podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to week 208 of our Light Codes messages. Today is a little bit similar to last week. I have this pain in my head, my skull feels like it has changed shape. It's quite bumpy, and I was like that for quite some time after the session last week, and I can feel it again. There's some changing of the shape of the skull or something as light codes are expanding it, but it feels like the skull is cracked open. Today the light codes were opened with the vision of Sanat Kumara being with us, the light of the world, and holding the light, asking us, reminding us to hold the light. And in the Alpha today, which is to do with our divine direction, there were a lot of keys, so that energy being activated, and a vision of a mystical, it's the only way that I can describe it, is like a mystical ear that had these hoop earrings, different colored hoop earrings, not in the little bit here, but completely in the whole ear, these loop earrings. And I really felt that this was about listening to sounds or messages, or looking, hearing, taking notice of messages that are to do with unity and union. There were 3 actual loops, so it's to do with Trinity energy and the union and coming together. And so very much about having your awareness on that, having your awareness on unity, on the union energy. And in Omega today, which is the divine feminine, so Alpha is the divine masculine and Omega is the divine feminine, and she governs our pathway and integrates our higher frequencies into the Earth's grid so that we can bring our missions and purpose into full manifestation. And today I saw light, it was forming. It wasn't completely formed. It was as if it was forming in pieces like this. And the energy, so it was more to do with the energy of, like Aladdin's lamp, the energy of make a wish, about wishes coming true, the opportunity for wishes to come through. And last week we had something that was leading us into this great abundance. So this is kind of leading on for that. So watching your thoughts, knowing that now is a time for the abundance to come forth, for all your wishes to actually come true. So before you do that, before you make a wish, because this is really very much about a make-a-wish type frequency and light codes, making the wishes. And last week, I think we had the creation codes, which is all about, whatever you are wishing for or thinking for during the creation codes, you are bringing them into form and activating this. So it's kind of going on from that, but in a little bit of a different way. So before you do that, before you make your wish, be sure you're in your highest frequency, in your highest state of joy, and holding that state of joy. And that is when you make your wish and it will come true. So remember that, be in your highest state. And then, and that's what Sanat Kumara was doing. He was putting his hands out like that, lifting up, bring yourself up and be in that highest buzzed state that you can be. And then that point is you make your wish. And following on from that, as the chakras are being unified, and we were in the unifying all the way out to the sacral and the brow chakra, I had a vision of the heads, the backs of the heads are what I could see, of 2 Native American Indians. I had headband on, and it was a masculine and feminine energy. But they were very similar, but I knew that one was masculine and one was feminine. And they were looking down, more or less. So they were really taking notice of what they were doing. They were in movement. I can't describe the vision completely, but the message with this was very much about the partnership of the masculine and feminine, the partnership of that true inner wisdom of ourselves, that true nature, the part of us that is in touch with nature, in touch with the earth, in touch with the signs. And there was a lot of keys coming through there, activating that part of us, and purification codes coming through, and unlocking, a lot of unlocking happening, and very much a message of purify the partnership, or purify your connections with yourself, with your masculine, feminine self. Purify that part of you, and purify the connections that you have with your masculine counterparts. Purify whatever impurities that may be in the connection. So there's focus on that purification, because as we came out into the fully unified chakras, what I saw was a vision of chickens in a basket. And this really is very much about counting your blessings. Count your blessings. Always remember to count your blessings. So show gratitude for everything. Be aware of the blessings that are already in your life. The more aware you are of these beautiful blessings, the more blessings are going to come to you. So if you have some blessings that make you smile and put you in that joy state, that is the time then that you can also make your wish for further blessings to come into your life. In the emotional body, it was a very interesting vision of somebody rolling up. They were using their hands to roll something up, and they were using their feet to pedal. So everything was in movement together. Everything, and very much the message was very much about coordinating and aligning all of yourself, every part of you. So being able to, when you try to do this with your feet, try to do it with your hands, it's really about getting that alignment and that coordinating everything so that it comes together in harmony and works in unison. And as we went further out into the spiritual bodies, what I saw was two, a masculine and a feminine. They were like fairy-like nature spirits with gossamer wings. And one of them was, I think, the feminine feeding the masculine, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so one of them was feeding the other one, like spoon feeding the other one. And what came into my mind was the song, "A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down." That song, which is very much about feeding the sweetness. So again, it's about recognize and be sure that you are offering and giving sweetness out, especially to the masculine part of yourself, or to the feminine, masculine, feeding the masculine, feminine, the sweetness of life, remembering the sweetness of life. So again, it connects in with counting the blessings, was all about the sweetness and focusing on those sweet things in life, and more of them will come your way. Sanat Kumara came back in again, and the formation of the 5-pointed star, which is the represents the perfected human, and is the path of that Venus travels. So it's the path of love, and that's what these light codes are this week. They are all about activating that path of love, so that of coming back to that space of pure love, and so connecting in with the energies of Venus. And Sanat Kumara actually comes from Venus. So the path of love, the light codes of the path of love. Now let's see what came forward with the cards today. Card number 24, the first card, that becomes a 6. 2 + 4 is 6. This is the energy of love. And we have here, look forward, and we have a masculine and a feminine at the very top. So they've lifted themselves up into their higher self, into that space of joy, where everything is possible, where you know everything, where everything is possible. And they're looking forward to the future. They're looking forward. So rise up, rise up. There was a lot of that mantra coming through the Ayla, I think it is, which means ascend, descend. So rising up, rising up. But also there was a lot of the mantra to do with miracles, activating miracles and reminding yourself that miracles do happen, and especially if you are open to receiving miracles. The second card is the inflow of abundance and promising ventures. So the inflow of abundance. So again, we have that there, and then we have you know, that fairy-like nature spirit there. So this is in the sacral chakra. So this is, you know, they're coming together, the union of opposites, and the inflow of abundance. The third card in solar plexus this week is the sky. Now, the sky brings sudden change. It slices away all of the darkness, cuts through all the crap, and brings great transformation and sudden change. So this is like things happening quickly, that nothing is ever set in stone, you know. So whatever you think was a negative, maybe, and it's like, I don't want that in my life anymore. You don't want that, whatever that particular thing was in your life anymore, but it may change and transform into something else. And this change is going to happen fast. So be willing and accepting to be open to the changes and the transformations that are coming forward, because that's a very powerful card. And it is to do with this, with your confidence, with your, you know, feeling of being in your own sense of power, having your own sense of power, and not allowing anybody else, you know, slice away anybody. No, don't literally do it, but slicing away any other energies that may be pulling you down. Nobody is your master. So allowing yourself to be fully in your own power and slicing away any energies that are not doing that, pushing them to the side. In the heart space this week, we have card number 9, true wisdom, wisdom of the heart, and the energy is seek. So this reminded me of one of the other cards in here. I can't remember which one now. I think like the fairies being open. Look, there's 2 beautiful bluebirds coming through here, the birds of truth, opening and willing to accept, seek the truth, follow your heart, because this is in the heart. So seeking only the wisdom and the pure love space of the heart space. And in the brow this week, we have wishes coming true. Here's a rainbow filled with abundance and happy families, joy, you know, new beginnings. Make a wish, standing under the rainbow. So again, reminding us that blessings, miracles, and all of that are there for us if we keep ourselves in the highest state. And Sekhmet, trust in the transformations that are you know, coming forward. The healing is taking place within, great transformation taking place, opening the brow, staying true to your visions, trusting in your vision, card number 7, trusting in your visions, allowing them to come into being. And she's riding forward, bringing forward all of your beautiful visions. Follow your heart, St. Francis of Assisi. Follow your heart. You know, whatever makes your heart sing, that is the path. That is the path to follow. Follow the path that makes your heart sing. And in Omega today, giving us a message of what we can do. It is Moses, take charge of the situation. So part the waters if there's a negative situation arising or around you. Separate the energies, okay? Separate the energies, part the waters, stay still, stay balanced. You can cross to the other side. You don't need to be affected by any of that negativity. Take charge of the situation. Just see it for what it is and go, I don't need that in my life right now that is going to interfere with me bringing forward all of the beautiful blessings that I am ready for. So I will just part the waters. You're on that side doesn't mean forever, but it just means for right now. I am, you know, pushing you back, and I am moving forward and staying true to myself and my energy. So staying true to you and what should you receive, but the flow of prosperity with Lakshmi bringing forward all of that beautiful flow of prosperity. So really very much to do with receiving, as was started last week, that those creation codes bringing forward that flow of abundance, and it's still here now as we come forward into the month of May. This is the first light codes for the month of May. Truth, you know, following your truth, opening to the changes, the great changes that are coming, staying in a space of peace, allowing that energy to bring you into a space of peace. Be grounded and totally knowing so that you can ground all of the beautiful blessings that are coming to you. So great blessings being offered to us this week, and all we need to do is stay in a high state, in a state of joy, in a state of love. So I shall see you next week, and I want to say happy Eid to all of my Islamic friends. Today is the first day of the feast. Ramadan finished yesterday, and beautiful energies around for everybody. May it be a wonderful year coming forward. Lots of love to everybody, and I'll see you next week.